Hello, welcome to the video. If you are watching this, you are probably starting Elder Scrolls Online for the first time. A returning player like me that may have forgotten a couple of mechanics, or even a gaming veteran that spent their entire RPG career clueless to these tips and woke up in a fever dream this morning. Whatever the case may be, I am hoping that I can help you out with these 10 things that I wish I knew starting out Elder Scrolls Online. Before we get further into the video, it would mean a lot to me if you could quickly subscribe. Perfect. Okay, starting at number 1, we have the starting zones are not your technical starting zones. What I mean by that is that once you create a character and choose not to read the instruction manual, the game will start you out in the chapter location for the time being, which may be Vardenfell for Morrowind, Skyrim for Greymoor, and even Narnia if you have the Chronicles expansion. This will have a mixture of monsters that you may be able to fight just fine on your own, and some that are deemed too worthy for the likes of you. To get to your starting locations for your faction, you would want to travel to Canarthy's Roost off the coast of Cat Island for the Aldmeri Dominion, Bleakrock Isle east of Elder Scrolls V for the Ebonheart Pact, and Stros M'Kai for the Daggerfall Convention. Number 2. Do the main questlines for your faction. These questlines can be found at the 3 major cities, Davon's Watch and Stonefalls for the Ebonheart Pact, Vocal Guard and Auradon for the Aldmeri Dominion, and Daggerfall and Glenumbra for, you guessed it, Daggerfall Covenant. If it is your first playthrough, I strongly suggest doing the main questline because it provides an excellent form of experience and skill points, and allows you to familiarize yourself with the world of Elder Scrolls. This brings me to the third point on the list: start your skill lines early. To unlock armor skill lines, you have to equip 3 pieces of any given armor type. To unlock guild skill lines like the Fighters Guild, Mages Guild, and other fraternities, visit the correlated frat house in any of the main cities for your faction that was previously mentioned. You will have to join their frat and be hazed before they give you the skill line in return. After the hazing ritual, you might as well make it a normal Saturday night and head to the tavern. Here you will find the town drunk that provides the undaunted skill line that will be useful later on in the game. Turek Redclaws in Vocal Guard, Kaelstig the Axe in Davon's Watch, and Mighty Mordra in Daggerfall.
What do you want, ugly?
Now I know what you're going to say, you should not drink and drive. I agree with that 100%, however for the purposes of this video we are going to make an exception. Fourth on the list is to start upgrading your mount skills as soon as possible. These are upgrades that you can purchase only once a day with a total of 60 stackable upgrades in 3 categories of speed, storage, and stamina. Now I was never the best at math, but that's at least 60 days for a fully upgraded category, so you would want to get a head start on it. You have to have a mount in your collection to make upgrades, and the cheapest option in the stable can be bought for 10,000 gold. Once you sell your best armor set and your soul, to equip the mount, go to your collections menu and then mounts. Your mounts are available account-wide, but whatever upgrades you make are limited to that certain character. Number 5. Max out crafting skill lines and research even if you do not plan on becoming a crafter. These skills provide alternative benefits outside of crafting, such as the medicinal use skill and the alchemy skill line that adds time to consume potions so that you can continue that high just a little bit longer. With the introduction of the item set collection system, you are able to craft that long-lost staff of crippling anxiety that you've been farming for since you made your character. But guess what? To do this, you need to have the item discovered and saved in your collection, along with the trait researched. There are many achievements that can come about from crafting as well that you can accomplish along the way. Number 6. Achievements are not shared between your characters, so I would suggest making one character with a focus on crafting and achievements. Achievements are important in the game to unlock certain colors for designer clothes to show off to your imaginary friends, along with titles so everyone around you knows that you're a recruit. A huge part of ESO is centered around dungeons and battlegrounds. So much so they give a reward for doing it every day. Make sure to get this done. Doing your daily random dungeons and battlegrounds will give you back a generous amount of XP the first time, and will get you accustomed to each individual pit of hell. It is a good idea to do these dungeons at low levels to get experience with your role as damage dealers, healers, and tanks, along with a better understanding of the mechanics of the fights. People tend to be more forgiving if you are making mistakes as a level 4 compared to a level 400. You also get additional Undaunted and Battleground participation trophies mailed to you as a result of living in 2021. Make sure to do the quest the first time in a new dungeon. Each time you enter a new dungeon, there is going to be a marker above an NPC at the beginning. It looks a lot like this. This is vital to get an added bonus to your Cool Kid meter, along with a skill point for traversing past the horde of enemies with a smile on your face. Number 9. How to make adjustments to the camera. This is briefly explained in the tutorial that you skipped in the beginning, but went as in-depth as a DIY instruction from IKEA. To adjust your view from the wrong way to the right way, you can press down on the D-pad. When in third person, you can further adjust the zoom by holding the down button on the D-pad and moving the right joystick either forward or backwards to your preference. In dungeons with lots of enemies, it is suggested to have that camera zoomed out to have a 360 view of your noggin. Number 10. How to reset your skill and attribute points. Alright, listen. Everyone makes mistakes. Just consider yourself lucky that your mistake was making your stamina build have magicka abilities. To fix this, head to any Alliance capital city and find the skill rededification shrine. The locations include Wayrest in Stormhaven, Eldenroot in Grotwood, Mournhold in Deshawn, and Vivec City just north of Vivec's Palace. Once you are in the temple at one of these locations, you have the prompt to participate in a pyramid scheme to reallocate your points. And that's it! 10 things I wish I knew starting out in Elder Scrolls Online. If you learned anything in the video or simply just enjoyed the content, don't forget to subscribe or like the video to stay up to date with future uploads.